Hey, what is going on, everyone? Joe here, and today we are going to be playing Vellum, which is an action roguelite that launched this summer. I have gotten a ton of requests to play this game, and it is currently sitting at 90% positive on Steam, so it's doing very well. Just by jumping into the hub world, though, and seeing everything you can customize, I'm already super impressed. I've just done the tutorial. Before we dive into my first official run, though, I'm going to show you guys around a little bit. So if I come over here, I can change the color of my ink. And by doing that, I'm essentially changing what seems to be my starting class. So I've got blue for damage over time. I've got yellow for critical hits. Green is actually a summoning builder. You have this inkling you can transform and fight for you. And then red is like a leeching lifesteal build. On top of that, there's a few other inks I haven't unlocked yet. But this kind of seems like the groundwork for the build that you're going to be creating on your run. I'm going to go with blot because that seems to be the simplest one since I haven't done a run yet. But if we come over here, we can actually customize our abilities. So you've got a generator attack, and what that means is whenever you attack, you start getting mana, and we can see the hexagons filling up, so that's the mana that we have. And then if I right-click, I do a spender. And so the spender uses up that mana. And then depending on what color you have an ultimate. Mine, I think, just burns everyone nearby. And so, yeah, it'll start doing some damage over time to them. I can come over here and actually change those abilities. So I got different generator attacks, different spender attacks, and then I even have different movement attacks I can end up unlocking with, I think they're called, quill marks, which is what we use for meta progression. So there is a ton of stuff you can customize. If you come over here, you can actually set up different loadouts, which is a lot easier if you're doing like a different color ink for different attacks. And that's not even getting into all the character customization and also house customization you can do. You can unlock your own home and like deck it out with whatever you want. But we're going to jump into our first run, which is going to be over here. If I grab this book, we actually pick a tome, and these are going to be the areas that you go to. We only have one unlocked so far, and I'm going to go ahead and prepare it, but it looks like each tome is going to have certain like benefits and negative consequences, so you can have different modifiers on your run. So I'll do this one, bring it over here, and then we're just going to dive into our very first run and see exactly how far we can get. I didn't see any difficulty settings or anything like that to swap between, but I assume the further you get on those scribes, the harder that the game is going to become. It's also a 4-player co-op, so we're going to be running in this alone. All right, we're at Chapter 1. We need to make our way all the way over to Splice. I can hit Tab for a page. Oh, so we get an upgrade immediately. All right, so underscore. Jot causes an eruption of spikes in front of you. Callback erupts 75 damage at its apex, so my spinning blade, when it gets to its furthest point, it's going to explode. And then backslash. While returning, my blade gains size and deals 100% damage. All right, let's go with Jot, which is our element. Let's see what we can do with that. It's going to be kind of like burn damage or poison. It's just going to do some damage over time. And so a spot in this map is going to get like all corrupted, and we need to kill the enemies. The cool thing, too, about your mana... We can attack these guys, throw my blade out. I got my special. But it costs mana to do things, and if you hit them, you'll get it back. But you can overfill it. And when you overfill it, it goes from purple to blue. And so I wonder, we'll see here. So now that I'm hitting these guys, you see how the mana goes purple. And so if I hit them with my blade, now it's going to do extra Jot damage. So you can kind of use your spells fast, but you won't get the effects, or you can save up even longer and make them even stronger. They're really not doing that much damage to me. It's because we have so many shields. And with my special having a 30-second cooldown, I can pop it out a lot. All right, so that's the first chapter. Another upgrade. Blot lasts an additional 2 seconds. Blot applies minus 5% speed to foes per stack. And then Azure Pool. A pool that lasts for 7 seconds, continuously applying a blot. Got it. Okay, so I'm putting up pools that they can stand on that damage them. We'll do that. Why not? Let's make them bigger. I get another upgrade? Okay. They have a 30% chance to freeze people. My callback causes your blot to spread, and blot deals 100% damage while at least 3 enemies are affected. All right, let's do murderous blot. I don't know anything about the synergies and what's going to go well together. I think it's really interesting that the spells you bring and your elements have different upgrades that coincide together. All right, make a wish. I can toss a coin. I don't think I have a coin, do I? Oh, is this just going to give me an upgrade? While returning, callback gains size and deals 100% damage. Okay, so I get a free upgrade. What is this? The font grants different team-wide powers each tome. Every chapter, scribes gain 4 font points. You must fill powers to gain their boons. Unique tome exclusive powers will have a purple border. I see. So each tome can give you different buffs, and you're going to use the font powers, I guess these shards, these crystals you get to buy them. So the font negates the first death of each scribe. So if I buy that, I'm going to have an extra life. I don't think that's going to be much of a difference here because it seems to be pretty easy, but the fact that you could just unlock that, and then the further down you go, the more you unlock. All right, that's cool. All right, so Chapter 2, the Torn Hunger. I have to pick a buff for the enemies now. The Torn may launch electric orbs at nearby scribes when damaged. Torn have a 15% chance to arrive embossed. Increase health, damage, and size. The Torn prevent nearby scribes from jumping. It also warns you when it's applied to the boss. That's cool. Let's do Hidden Gods. There's a 15% chance we've got like a beefy enemy. But now we're going to have big pools. They're going to spread. I want to see what all these buffs I got are really going to do. So yeah, those big blot ink pools, oh my god, they're massive. And so it's just going to be doing damage over a huge radius. And I guess that gives me the currency. There was like a little purple spot. So if I go over here, let me see. Because there's a bonus objective. Try and knock that out. All right, I did it. We got like sheep. Use all my ability to spam it out because I'm actually taking some damage now. Maybe it wasn't a bad idea getting the extra life. Is this the reward? Gain 2% damage for 1.5 seconds when dealing damage. Okay, that's insane. Wait, will that combo with the blot? Like my damage over time? I can see the stacks at the bottom left. So I've got 7, 10, 13. We'll see how high that can actually go. All right, my dash gives 50% damage to my next callback. Blot applies a speed debuff. My dash doubles your jump height. Let me do the speed debuff because we're getting to a point where we can have the blot all over the map. And no, I can spend this again. The font places explosive barrels throughout the chapter. Mana motes have a 20% chance to drop from slain foes, which will give me mana. The font summons a bell that silences all foes when rung. The font creates a beam between itself and each scribe's book. Let me go ahead and get the explosive barrels. And so that's going to unlock the next layer. The font creates a portal that can teleport scribes to random parts of the map. Converts all temporary mana to nearby scribes to their signature ink color. All right, we're good. We'll wait. So not only are you buffing yourself, you're also buffing your team, which is a big multiplayer aspect to it, and then you're also buffing the enemies. So you're multitasking and juggling so many different mechanics. Splice's damage has a chance to call down a sword from the heavens, devastating foes caught in its attack. Oh, this is the boss. We're picking a buff for the boss. Splice has a 33% chance to arrive, surrounded by spinning blades. Tangents gain 125% speed. Tangents is a kind of enemy, a torn group, a long-range attacker. All right, let's buff the enemies. It's interesting that you're buffing the boss ahead of time. Oh, wait, that's the boss. Why is he here? I guess we're fighting him first, or maybe he shows up a few different times. Let's use my special. Get as much poison as I can. I'm taking a lot of damage from this guy. Oh, he's gone now. Is that health? It looked like health. Oh, you're back. Okay. That's going to hit. No, it's not. All right. Let me wait a second. Let me try to get as much of my blue mana as possible. And now that I have it, I'm going to run. I've got 1 health in a dream. Are you kidding me? This is actually kind of tough. But he's dead. Okay. All right. There's still more enemies here, though. They keep removing my shields as soon as I get them. Oh, wait. You're back? I thought I killed you. All right, I gain some shields when I take damage. That's what I just picked up. If If I keep attacking you, I'm going to keep getting stacks. That's going to give me more and more damage. Nice. Okay, what do we got? Backup fire. Using Jot also fires a seeking bolt. Dash doubles your jump height. Dash applies marked to your current target. Ooh, that's not bad. They can take 30% increased damage. Let's go for that. I'm trying to create like as much chaos as I possibly can on the screen. Foes affected by your blot take 30% more damage. That combos pretty well with the mark already. My blade has 30% increase in size, or I get speed while at 100% health. Well, that's not going to happen. We'll do this. So if they're blotted, they'll take more damage, but then we can also mark them. All right, explore, then reach the font. I think this is lore, so I can read this, and it just kind of tells me about the world. It goes into the codex. There's another one of these portals. That's an item. Maybe this is like a jumping puzzle. That must be how I leave. All right, so how do I get up here? It's like Skyrim. We got this. Maybe. Okay. All right. No! Ah, that was close. Come on. Teleport to a random location when your barrier breaks. That could be good. That could be awful. Is there anything else over here? Did I go the wrong way? Did I cheat? I think I might have cheated. I totally cheated. I totally cheated. You were supposed to go from there along this path. Whatever. Some people are better. There's an item up there, though. You see that? There's something up here. How do I get that? Can I cheat up here, too? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I played enough Elder Scrolls. I don't know if I can get up that way. I can get up this way. There we go. Reward me for my exploration. Come on. What is this? Probe snow. Gain jump height and airspeed the longer between jumps. Okay. So there's a timer in the bottom. It's counting up. And so the more I wait, it caps at 10. And I can jump really far. Okay, that's cool. So I guess I just go in here. How do I interact with this? Oh, I have to stand right here. Got it. All right, do I want an upgrade? I'm sure I do. The font converts all temporary mana of nearby scribes to their signature ink color. When any scribe uses signature spells, the font pulls all torn towards itself. Wow, so if I use my Q, it's going to pull everyone near me. I don't know if I want that. I'm going to go for the solemn bell. So there's a bell that I can interact with, which will silence everyone. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and have this mana mote, which will drop from enemies that could give me more mana. I need to spend 2 more and I'll unlock this final row. Let's see. I mean, I'll try this signature spell. Oh, I'm out. I'm out of money. Never mind. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. This game's fun, man. I did not know what to expect. I like how you could do so many different crazy things. All right, tangents fire an additional projectile. The torn deal 15% damage to scribes per unspent mana. Wow. Tangent projectiles are 200% bigger. Okay. Let's have the tangents fire an additional projectile. So now these guys are 125% faster, and they fire multiple projectiles. I don't even know which ones the tangent are. I don't even know how you can heal, but I need to figure that out soon. Okay, I'm running. I'm running. Okay, yeah, they are throwing some projectiles at me. At least I have a revive. Yeah, it's those guys. Oh my gosh, they are really fast. I didn't realize what I buffed. Oh, I can silence, right? I just attack this. Oh, do I have to destroy it? That has so much health. Oh, those are the explosive barrels. I know what those are then. All right, don't get hit. Don't get hit. Wait for your shields. Use my special. My shield's broke, so it teleported me somewhere else. All right, break that. So now it dropped an item. I thought that was the silencing thing. Killing enemies applies mark to a nearby foe. I am running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So splices are a kind of enemy. I actually thought they were the boss. Because the last page said splice. So when it said buffing splice, it meant I was buffing pretty much everything I was going against. I'm still learning. There's a lot to take in. But we did it. I'm still alive with 1 health. Blot deals 25% damage and up to 200% damage. Bonus increase when affecting fewer enemies. Blot lasts an additional 2 seconds. Gain damage for every mana you have. We'll do bleed through. And so now I can pick another font power. Scribes near the font continuously gain layers of varnish. So that's going to be damage mitigation. Yeah. Okay. Star shards have a 50% chance to drop from slain foes. When collected, they grant impervious. Whenever any scribe takes damage, all scribes gain 2% damage, max 500% until the end of the chapter. The font creates a persisting area each chapter that shrinks everyone inside and amplifies knockback effects. All right, let me do Shining Star. We'll unlock that. So now we've got a ton of different modifications, and we're only on, what, chapter 3 or 4? Distant Torn periodically gain invulnerable. That's terrible. An elite spawns 10 seconds into each chapter with no reward. That's also terrible. Splice summons beams, 5 damage between themselves and nearby Torn. All right, let's do that. So there's going to be a beam between the enemies, but if I don't go near them, I think I'll be okay. Some of these bad things are really bad. What is this? Is this protection? Oh, this is what they were talking about. This is the font. So if I stand here, I get damage mitigation. But it's also not going to be super worthwhile to want to stand there. I was wondering what it meant when it said the font. So I can snipe people here. There's the tangent. So they throw projectiles. They throw double projectiles. And they're incredibly fast. I see all of the terrible things I'm doing to myself. But my blot damage is insane. So they show up and they just get melted. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. All right, we need to jump away. Get out, get out. Use my special. All right, he died in midair. All right, I'm a god. We got this, we got this. Oh, that guy's crazy. That must be an elite. You dropped an item. Spending your last mana grants you impervious. All right, I need to move back. Let's start going towards the font. And let's get some cheeky hits on people to regenerate some mana. Mortar strikes incoming. All right, you're dead. I love this jump boost. It's kind of nuts. All right, nice. What do we have? Varnish grants speed. Blot deals 100% damage while at least 3 enemies are affected. My pools have a 30% chance to freeze. Oh, man. I'm going to go for multi-blotter. The freeze would be nice. An additional 2 seconds. Foes affected by your blot are weakened, so they do less damage. Foes have a 50% chance to spread their blot on death. I've just got like a crazy AoE map clear. A fateful evening. Can I draw the sword? What does that mean? All right, King Arthur. What am I supposed to do? Knockback effects against you are reduced. So I just get an item? I guess there's like a chance of something good and something bad happening. All right, we almost have to be... Yeah, we're almost at the end. Got 4 more powers. I am going to go ahead and do... I'm going to do the ultimate insult and pull them closer to me. And so maybe that means we can spread more of the ink blots on the floor. This is definitely like a poison build. The boss awakens a minefield. Non-elite Torn within 20 meters of a boss are impervious. Every 33% health a boss loses, defenders arrive to grant them defense while living. Give me the minefield. Oh, this is the boss fight. Okay. So there's going to be a minefield here. Oh, you attack immediately. You wasted no time. All right, use my power. Get as much poison as I can on you. Need to get mana. We do have some enemies. I also have an extra life. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage. He's shooting these big beams. All right, come on. Stack up mana. You're almost dead, though. My damage is nuts. Is this good for me? Yes, I'm supposed to stand in there. All right, that was actually really easy. That boss got destroyed. And now I feel like I understand this game a lot better. I got some quill marks. I got new pages, so new buffs. And then what is this? The Wolves of Dawn and Dusk. Got ourselves a book. Nice, okay. That wasn't too bad. It was harder than I expected. Face the appendices. Continue against the endless torn. Deep evils fester and plot. So I can go further in, I guess, if I like the build that I have. Seal your victory and close this tome. Let's wait. Let's not go further in yet. Let's take this dub. I'm not sure I love Blot. I want to try something else. I like that this run was kind of short and sweet. It only took 18 minutes. All right. Let's go to the library. I want to try a different color. I also can unlock a new ability now. So that's nice. All right, let's see. Increase your scriptorium to increase your ink level. Your ink level grants access to new inscriptions. Unlock and enhance new signature inks. Okay, so what do I have to? I have to research this, and it takes my quill marks. Got it. And so that's going to increase my level. The first time you die in a tome, revive at the font. Access a new row of neutral inscriptions. So you can level up like your overall account level, it seems. And it's going to give you different buffs. Like rerolls, extra lives. I don't want to spend all my inkwells on that just yet, though, because I want to get a new ability. I want to see how much we can change the combat here. So my generator is this. We've got some other basic attacks we can get. Roll a 20-sided die to clobber foes, dealing variable effects based on the result 1 to 20. Concoct, so that's like a bomb that bounces around and explodes. Deal a hand of cards to cut foes. Increase spread when cast in quick succession. Raise a lantern. So that's like a flamethrower. Okay. The spenders are more expensive. Summon a raven. I wonder, we could have probably done that endless mode to get even more quill marks. Because at this point, I really didn't get a lot. I got enough to get like maybe one attack. Conjure a lance to devastate foes at any range. This is a sword. Oh, this is melee. Yeah, I want that. All right, let me try that. So now we can do melee. And now let's go over here. So some of the signature inks, this one is called like plot armor. And so this gives you barrier. I bet you that would work really well. But I'm going to do it with this, which is tether. This is going to give me leech and like life drain. Leech heals you for a small amount of any damage taken by enemies. So we're going to try this guy. When a spender consumes mana, they tether and infuse bonus damage. So whenever I use mana, I'm going to start doing like lifesteal. Radiate an aura. And the aura is also going to infuse my damage and give me more health. It's equal to 33% of my current health, how much damage I do. Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. We'll try this. If we go over here, we can actually look at the character customization. I doubt I unlocked anything. I think you need, like, these coins, yeah. And so you get them as you play. But there's tons of different things, man. Like, these are just helmets. This is nuts. And then, of course, you can change all the body armor and everything, too. You can change your book design. On top of that, you can also change your wings. So you get like a cape. There's a lot of stuff you could do. Then you got emotes. All right, well, let's go back in. Let's grab another book. Let's see what we're going to do with this kind of like lifesteal melee build. I've got another tome. So the Wolves of Dawn and Dusk. Dawn and Dusk will fight alongside the scribes. The font will help you feed and empower these companions. Okay, so we've got like a unique challenge for each one. And so my special, if I hit Q, this does the tether, right? Radiate an aura. Each second, apply tether and deal infused damage equal to 33% of your current health. So you want to have as much health as possible when you do that, so you do extra damage. All right, let's try this new book. I wonder if it's going to be the same length. All right, the Wolves of Dawn and Dusk. Yeah, so we got, what, raving enemies? Tethers last an additional 3 seconds. Callback on my blade gives 80% damage, but forfeits its size. 5% of foil damage is converted to barrier and grants varnish. So 5% of my sword damage turns into a barrier. So that will start shielding me and gives me damage mitigation. That's actually really good. If I'm going to be doing melee, I feel like I need to be able to get some shields off of my hits and make me a little bit tankier. I also have way more health. So I wonder if that links to the ink that you use. All right, we got the wolves up here. So they're just going to follow me and help me fight. Let's use my special. Start stealing their health. Throw my blades. Oh my god, there's so many enemies in here, but that's fine. Because as long as I keep attacking them, I'm going to get some damage mitigation. I feel like the blades are nice, but probably not the best combo with what I'm going for. But there's going to be so many different things we can build into. At least I have a long-range option. Use my tether. That's going to start healing me and giving me extra damage. All right. Red signature grants 100% damage, speed, and leech healing. So that was just like a massive buff to my Q. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Don't hit me. Stop. I need my shields. All right, you're dead. Yeah, red signature grants 100% damage, speed, and leech healing for 5 seconds. I just got like a legendary buff to my Q. Grant 50% damage, but take 50% damage. Wow, okay. Let's get that. Let's try to go like full-on glass cannon. Each mana spent reduces the cooldown of red signature. Using my dash has a 5% chance to reset red signature. All right, we'll do Tempest. Because what's my cooldown on this? Probably 30 seconds, just like the other. Find stillness. So far, I'm not loving the sword. Don't leave. Am I supposed to just, like, navigate this invisible wall? Or maybe I literally just sit in here and not move. Is that what I'm supposed to do? This is still... Oh, wait, what is that? Okay. Hot potato. Generate 20% more mana, but take 5% damage while at full mana. Do I get anything else? I wonder if there was like a reflection or something that kind of gave me a hint. I can also fly? Okay. I don't know why I'm flying. There's something about this effect that seems to like shoot you up. All right, that's fine. We're good. So we have different font powers here now. The font supplies bones nearby. Scribes can pick up and feed these to Dawn and Dusk. They'll get more damage. Dawn and Dusk feed when foes are slain nearby, giving them damage. Dawn and Dusk can feed on nearby scribes. I don't know if I want them to feed on me. Let me just have them feed on foes when they're slain. That seems better. Okay. What I'm seeing, though, is a lot of different variety in the gameplay. Non-elites and non-boss splices can occasionally parry? No way. I'm not doing that. Ravings plant mines while not within 15 meters of any scribe. So that's a new enemy. Crowd controlling beasts. Splices start to massively heal after not being damaged. That's okay, then. We'll do that. I feel like that might be a mistake, but we'll see. All right, so I do... Wait, why am I taking damage? Oh, I have to stand next to these guys? Wait, what? Why did I die? Hot potato. What does hot potato do? Oh, I take damage while I'm at full mana. Oh my goodness. I didn't I didn't even realize that, dude. Oh, I'm so stupid. All right, well that didn't work. I grabbed something that's, what is this? Oh, quill marks, nice. It didn't give me enough for anything, I don't think. No, 89. Wow, okay, so this blade is interesting. I can't believe that happened. I picked that up and immediately forgot what it did. Immediately forgot what it did. All right, so let's research this. This is going to, by default, give me an extra life. So that will help. Now let's go back in here. And let's go into this with a different perspective. That potato was definitely hot, man. How embarrassing. I really want to make a melee build work, though. And I feel like that legendary pickup was going to do it. That sucks. It's okay. We'll see what we build into. Red signature revitalizes all scribes, so that would be healing my teammates. 30% speed while your barrier is empty. Or using dash as a chance to reset it. Give me speed while my barrier is empty. All right, so the wolves are going to be back. Let's go here and start knocking guys out. Throw blades. Use my special. So I wonder if these enemies are stronger just because I'm supposed to have the wolves with me. It does seem a lot riskier to do melee. Because it seems like it's an outlier. Like this game is kind of designed around projectiles, right? It's like I'm playing Call of Duty and deciding to punch everybody while they're shooting at me. Wolves, get to work. Kill this guy. What are you barking at? All right, what is that? Killing an elite or completing a bonus objective permanently reduces the cooldown of red signature by 2 seconds. Okay, that's even better. I have no health, but I am draining his health to heal me. All right, what do we got? Deal 50% damage to foes under half health. Tether reduces enemy movement and attack speed. That could help my survivability. We'll do Tangled in Chains. Give me something good. Foil damage has a 25% chance to launch a bolt at nearby foes, so my sword can launch a bolt. The dash doubling my height on my jump isn't that great. We'll do Bolt of Inspiration. All right. So we're going to have another, what, puzzle area? A giant feld. Investigate the glade. I got something here. Plant the seed. Where am I supposed to plant it? On top of the tree? Or maybe underneath? Oh, right here. Got it. Plant. And I get an item. Foil gains 40% size. Okay, so my sword has a larger radius now. We're getting a lot of buffs to my basic attack, when it seemed like the basic attack on my first character really didn't have anything going on with it. Maybe it was just increasing the blot sizes, right? The radius. All right, so we'll go ahead and make you guys feed off of nearby scribes. Wait, what? It shuffled their locations. I got the middle one again because that's what it did, the slain foes. So now the wolves are going to feed off of me? It's going to feed off of my mana. Interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll make it work. I'm going to get mana pretty fast anyway on this character. Ravings have a 50% chance to spawn a rat on death. Ravings grant a large burst of speed to nearby Torn on death. Splices start to massively heal after not being damaged. Okay, so we've got Ravings and Splices, so they're different enemy types that start to build up the further we get. All right, we can do the rats. The rats are fine. I'll kill rats. All right, so it looks like I'm probably going to start losing mana. Yeah, they suck it up really fast, actually. Bonus objective, verticality. Wait, what? All right, so if I get up there, I'm going to do the bonus objective, which is also going to give me a reduction to my ultimate. Do some platforming. Okay. This is not easy, but I did it. All right, awesome. And we got a reward. Spending mana grants, what was it, 10% speed for 3 seconds. Got it. Dude, they take my mana so fast, it's almost not worth being next to them. Like, it goes away almost instantly. Oh, we got spiders now. Okay. I've got a good amount of damage now. The increased radius is nice. These enemies also don't seem as bad. I wonder if the taking double damage last time comboed with the hot potato, and that's why I died so fast. So yeah, now my cooldown on my Q is 28 seconds instead of 30. Each second, each tether grants you varnish, so damage resistance. Tether deals 20% of your current health as damage to the affected Torn and any who cross it. Red signature summons a banner, granting more damage for scribes. Do Crimson Slice. And now I think I want to go ahead and at the start of each chapter, the font places a pickup on the map. When collected, regain all mana. Explosive barrels. Crystals each chapter that grant 5 temporary mana to all scribes when destroyed. Let's do that. The next one's going to be a buff to the wolves again. All right, not bad. Not bad, I'm learning. Raving summon a dangerous beam that follows them. While at full health, Torn periodically pulse area damage. Splices start to massively heal. All right, give me the healing. The healing's fine. That's only if you're not taking damage. And the splices are pretty aggressive in your face. Oh, I can hit them ahead of time when they're spawning in? No, that was the extra mana. That's a lot of mana, dude. Holy crap. The damage output I have, especially when I have the red mana on my blade, is pretty nice. This must be one of the last guys here. I also probably need to get better about using my ability more often. Gain 1 signature temporary mana every 5 seconds. Okay. So I've got some natural mana regen. Foil damage has a 20% chance to grant 1 temporary mana. Gain 25% damage when your barrier is empty. Gonna do that because I often have no barrier. Healing from Leech grants speed per point of healing. Overhealing from Leech now generates a temporary barrier. Gain 25% damage while any foe is nearby. I'll take that too. Just gonna try my best to be an absolute heavy hitter. Try your luck to predict the winner. The winner of what? All right, I'm red, so I'll go with red. Oh, it's like a roulette. Fate did not favor you. Better luck next time. Interesting. All right, well, we lost. Is that an item that I have? It is. It literally just sits there. I guess I'll take it back with me. Unfortunate. Kind of a waste. But we have so many of these crystals. Dawn and Dusk restore 10 health and 10 barrier to nearby scribes when fed. Not bad. While fully fed, Dawn can cast Sunbeam. While fully fed, Dusk can cast Sundown, pulling in nearby foes or blasting. We'll go ahead and have them heal me when they're fed. And also blast nearby foes. Because they're going to be fed pretty much the entire time. Because they're constantly sucking away my mana. Negative effects from ravings last longer. Tangents leave behind ghosts. Torn always bolster their nearby allies when slain. So they're going to get buffed. Negative effects last longer. Alright, I got tons of mana. No side objectives here, huh? Hoarder. Okay, what is that? Oh, header, not hoarder. Bump the orb back to the font. Okay, the font's right there. What orb? This orb? Okay, so I got to go over here. I got to bump this? Oh, no way. Okay. I can't bump it with my melee. I literally have to kick it every time. Guys, relax. I'm in the middle of a very important soccer game. All right, got it. Dash gives your next foil 150 damage. That's insane. But the good thing is it's just going to keep reducing the cooldown on my Q. Why is only one of the wolves with me? And I guess the goal is to have this up as long as I can. Oh, you want to break this? You want that mana, huh? You want to eat. All right, you're down. Yeah, this game is fun, man. I feel like it's going to get way more complex. It's definitely a little bit more challenging than I thought, but I don't think it's challenging. I think if you play this safe, you could probably dominate, at least in the early game, right? Red signature grants 100% damage, speed, and leech healing. Okay, so this is the legendary that we missed last time when I died. Okay, let's get that. So now my red signature is just better in every way. Let's buff up the other dog. And so now once we level up one more time, we can get one of these very good font powers. I do appreciate that these are shorter, though. It's a different style for a roguelite. I mean, you can go endless, but if you're looking for like a 20-25 minute pace, Raving's attacks have a chance to drain mana over 2 seconds. While at full health, Torn pulse and deal damage. Raving's plant mines. We'll do the mines. After this is going to be the boss fight. All right, let's do signature red. Give me the extra damage. And so I'm just going to be deleting everything now at this point with the double damage. And then I have to wait another 15 seconds. But when it's back, literally everything's deleted. I'm unkillable. I wonder if I do the endless mode if the dogs come with me. All right, let's go up top. Break that for more mana. Go into red. Everything's dead. I am a beast. What'd you drop? Blood magic. I get mana while people are tethered. Chapter complete. Each mana spent has a 30% chance to zap a nearby foe. Foil damage has a 20% chance to grant mana. Heal for 1 health while within 10 meters of an enemy. Okay, yeah, I'll take the passive health regen. Leech healing is increased by 50%. The final strike of foil lunges further and detonates. Man, both of these are really good. Extra iron means I would pretty much be unkillable. But I want more damage. I want more damage. That's probably not the right decision, but it's okay. I got to explore here. We got some rewards. Get some lore. It's time to go climbing. I see the path right here. Yeah, so like a lot of variety. This game was in early access for a little bit too, so I'm sure they took a lot of the info they got from that to make this game even better. Okay, how am I supposed to get up here? Oh, I get it. Yep. Let's go. Gain 200%, or not 200, 20% speed while at full health. Okay, so fast. All right. The font summons a bell that silences. Scribes lose 20% size and deal 10% damage to elites in boss Torn. At the start of each chapter, the font places a pickup, so that's useless. Give me Sling and Stone. So it's going to reduce my size. I already have a size increase, but it's going to also up my damage. And then I can get, at the start of each chapter, there's a pickup that regains all mana. All right. Second boss. When a boss reaches 40% health, all scribes become silenced. Boss summons a hailstorm that travels the arena. Every 33% health, a boss loses. Defenders arrive. We'll do hail. The traps don't bother me, man. I can maneuver around them. All right, let's go. Signature red. That lunge is not great. It flies me forward so bad. I lose control. I should have gone for the healing. It basically turns my last hit into almost a projectile. Well, the hailstorm's hitting me. Let's try to get out of it. Yeah, look at the range on that. It's nuts. That's the mana regen, right? Yeah, what a mistake. I didn't know any better, though. Okay, taking a little bit of a beating. The wolves are healing me up, though, and the lifesteal is out of this world. I might be able to just ignore everything. This attack is kind of nuts. Just keep healing. Signature red. He's a lot harder than the other one. I won't say he's harder. He's tankier. Or maybe I'm just weaker. Maybe I got to a point on my last build where I was just so unstoppable. But I start to wonder how many upgrades are available for each, oh my gosh, for each play style if the runs are this short. Like if you go into endless mode, how many more things are you going to be able to upgrade? Because at its core, you've got what? Your basic attack, your special attack, and then your ultimate attack. And then whatever ink color you are. All right, time to die, dude. I went signature red and I was frozen. What a waste. All right, you're dead. Good night, sir. Collect my reward. Got some new pages. Some quill marks. Bindings. Increase the dangers and rewards of tomes. There's our modifiers. Another book. Thanks, wolves. Good dogs. Good dogs. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. So there's another 2 until we have, I guess, a paw. Increase damage while airborne, scaling exponentially with airtime. Gain 50% damage while within 10 meters of at least one foe. So we can level up. We can level up our abilities. That's good. I'm hoping this way we can at least get some more quill marks faster. Without new bindings, the Torn gain additional ferocity. Lava starts to pool throughout the tome, burning everyone it touches. Let's do lava. The modifiers seem like they're a little bit harder. Yeah, the wolves are with me again, huh? They're just going to stay with me this whole time. I'm going to break this crystal. I don't know if I get to do the pages for the font anymore, or if that's just done with. I doubt it's done. I'm still borderline busted, at least with the regular enemies. Feed the orb. Defeat Torn while fighting nearby. Oh, I should have read that earlier. I cannot stand this lunge attack. It's so disorienting with like what you're trying to do. All right, it's at 64%. 74, come on. At least there's no timer here. Nice, okay. What do we got? Gain 2 damage, oh my god, for each binding level. You definitely can't read these. You have to just try to do it later, because there's just too much going on. The fights here are way longer. All right. Red signature creates an arcane explosion. 125 damage. Yeah, we'll do that. I was thinking about the healing, but I'm okay. Ravens emit a singularity when killed, pulling in nearby scribes. Torn can spawn with an icy barrier. Splice's damage has a chance to call down a sword from the heavens. Let's do the singularity. Pulling me around is not that bad. There's way worse things that could happen. Oh, there's the lava. Oh, man. Okay. There's no side objective here. The cooldown on my signature red is not too bad. It's like 16, 18 seconds. I don't even think the lava does that much damage. I can out-heal the lava. I mean, when there's enemies, yes. When there's no enemies, I got no one to steal health from. All right, they died fast. The dog's AI gets stuck on the crystals. I guess they're trying to show me that they're there. But it stops them from contributing to the fight until I break these. There's another one here. Yeah, I get it. You're hungry. I don't know what this thing is, but it's huge. It dropped me an item. Excuse me, I have to get my reward. Thank you. Nice. So my blade increases my sword's damage. That was actually really useful. The last enemy here. Now there's one more. You guys good? Oh, the rat spawns. That's stupid. Okay. Foil generates 100% mana but deals less damage. I don't want that. I'm going to go ahead and increase the tether's length of time. I was thinking about the speed, but the speed's not really going to help me much. All right, so now we got a little intermission area. Let's try another jumping puzzle. Investigate leads in the ruin. Dealing 50% damage to splices who are above 50% health. Was that it? I wonder if there are a few things I could have investigated. Yeah, and they probably would have given me different items. Yeah, there's a few different stations. Makes sense. You got anything hidden up in the sky like you like to do? Maybe something over here? No. All right, let's see what this next area is. I'm assuming it's a form of boss fight. Non-elite, non-boss splices can occasionally parry. I don't want that. Ravens gain attack speed, and damage each time they take damage. Sure, why not? All right, next boss. It is a turtle. It's okay. He's got shields. I mean, my tethers are doing work. We still have to deal with this hailstorm, unfortunately. Oh, boy. Throw my projectile out a little bit. Let's do signature red. I'm just going to keep attacking in the middle of this. I can out-heal it. This guy's definitely a tank. I need to watch out. I'm going to try and fight from a distance. So I get that tether, start healing. Signature red is almost up. Let's roll. Knock out all the baddies in like one hit. Except for the boss. He pulls you in whenever he jumps in the middle. Yeah, he's like spinning. Okay. Signature red. That was the worst time for me to get frozen. I mean, honestly, there's not much of a choice with the lava. We're gonna have to be fighting in the lava. He just keeps standing into it, and I'm a melee character. But thank goodness I've got melee with lifesteal. Otherwise, this would be way more difficult. And the wolves are also healing me when they take my mana. So there's a lot in my court right now. The blizzard is definitely the worst thing. Because I'll use my special and just immediately get frozen. Plummeting any value I can get from it. All right, you're so close, man. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. This gives me mana, right? Yeah. Signature red. I mean, honestly, my strategy is just press Q, slice as much as I can, get as much mana as possible, spam my blades. I'm gonna die. Signature red, we're fine. Fully heal. Okay, I'm in a really bad spot. Dogs, help me! I wonder if it keeps going beyond this guy. He's almost dead. We got him here. We got him. All right, what do we get? Reward. Some more quill marks. Spawn dummies. Oh, so you can like practice? Oh, that's really cool. You can look at your in-game DPS. That is very cool. Oh, so we can keep going and going and going with new bosses, but after a while, you get the choice to go back to the library. Nice. I don't know if this was my favorite build. I feel like the sword could have gone together better with a different setup, and I didn't like that final hit that kind of flung me all over the place. But it was kind of crazy how much we could just overheal any damage that was done to us. And I got a ton of quills now, too, so with that, I can buy myself a different weapon than this blade attack. Call forth a meadow of flowers to thrash nearby enemies. Warp in a planet to overshadow your foes. Oh, so like a turret. Hold and release. Cast an hourglass that shadows and persists. Yeah, there's a lot of different attacks. I probably would have wanted something that was a little bit more close range if there is. Maybe Blossom. Blossom would have probably worked really well, especially with the increased mana cost because we had such just a heaping amount of mana the entire time. I like all the different movement skills too. There's a lot in this game, man. There's a lot of cool stuff. I wonder why this looks so crazy. we would have unlocked a new tome, which is this question mark. A selection of quests with special rewards. Scribes will band together for glory. So this is like a different challenge entirely. Beat binding level 2, you get deep breaths. Binding level 1 gives you rivals. Okay, all right. Well, let's go ahead and see what this is. Your personal attunement will increase you as you play, offering more quill marks and unlocking raids. Replay tomes at different binding levels to unlock unique rewards. Prepare your tome and then apply bindings to the font. So I can go to the older ones, right? I can go to the other ones, and I can put more challenges on them. And when I do, I unlock permanent upgrades that we'll see in future runs. All right, well, that was Vellum, guys. This game was a ton of fun. I really didn't know what to expect, and there is so much you can do in this game to the point where it could almost be a little overwhelming. There's tons of content from you just leveling up your own character, all the different stuff you can unlock, the modifiers for every single tome there. I will say there were parts in the game where I noticed it was definitely designed for multiplayer, right? Because we were even offered some upgrades myself that would have benefited my team members, but I didn't have any team members. But I still think even as a solo experience, this game was a ton of fun, but obviously more fun if you got friends. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know the deal. Hit the like button. If you want more Vellum, let me know below. If you have any other games you think would be fun on the channel too, let me know down there as well. And that is going to be it, y'all. If you've watched me this long and you haven't hit that sub button, man, what are you doing? We are almost at 50K. We might actually be at 50K the moment you're watching this video. But don't you want to be part of the movement? Don't you want to be part of the community? I fell to my death. Don't let me do that. Hit that sub button. And I will see all of you guys on the next video. Y'all take care.